it's Joey, and today we're going to be watching Andor Season 1, Episode 8, Narkina 5. He has been arrested, things are very stressful. Reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and let's go. How does the Empire treat criminals? I mean, they don't really get any semblance of a trial. We know that much.
What's Narkina 5? I'm a tourist! Move it! I'll plan it.
You're screwed. You're screwed is what that is. You can try and hide from the Empire, but it will still find you and get you, even if you haven't done anything. This is not a good idea, not a good experience even, I'm very sorry. How many of these other people are actually criminals? And even if they are, I doubt they're going to be treated the way with any degree of rights.
Now we've both had our mornings interrupted because you keep submitting requests to the Bureau of Standards data center looking for Cassian Andor. You've been at the Bureau of Standards for less than a month and you've filed 5 false inquiries.
6, actually.
I wasn't counting this morning.
Oh god, don't recruit this bitch.
This is about public safety.
Revenge. Not against the Empire that actually took everything from him, but a man who, yeah, did kill a couple of people. Like, I'm not saying Cassian is blameless in all of this, but, you know, the Empire should have the majority of your anger. Also, this is totally unrelated to anything, but I still love the fact that his surname is Khan, because one of the main characters in Poldark, her surname is Khan, and her brother's surname is Khan.
Here's what's happened.
The Empire is definitely worse than the Republic. It might not mean the Republic was any good, but...
The person we've named Axis because of his centrality to what we believe to be an organized rebel effort to acquire
they're right as well, to a degree.
The wish list.
Drill down is exactly what I want to do, sir. Drill down, find Andor.
She is intense, and like, she knows what she wants. And if she wasn't part of an Empire, I would be so supporting this woman. And she's part of the evil Empire, so I wish it to fail. So very fixated on feet here. Very fixated on feet here.
And hopefully one you won't need to have answered very often, but...
Oh god. That's why they're fixated with feet. Fucking hell.
Line up! Single file!
If you want to escape, those boots are the first thing you need. For now, just survive.
I didn't get a good look.
The bit they most want to know is the bit he knows least about.
I was a good deputy inspector.
Yep, his ego can't take this.
That was very good. Can one ever be too aggressive in preserving order?
Jesus Christ, is he trying to get himself recruited here?
I didn't deserve. It's clear that whatever this is more important than the death of 2
He is
corporate security
ambitious.
officers. It could be a...
Boots. Nice they leave him so accessible.
Can't just not turn up.
He'll be here.
So it's not
Other deliveries waiting.
the most competent of...
Right, step forward. Let's go. Move.
So it's not the most competent operation, which is either good or terrifying.
I said.
Step off, move.
I said step off now. Move.
This is very overwhelming.
You're mine now. Off program! Back to work! Listen up.
One of them, people that the prisoners runs it all.
Losing hope, your mind, keep it yourself. Don't ever slow up my line.
Okay.
Table 5.
I mean, I suppose getting through your time best you can is a good way to do this.
He's on the box.
They're calling him.
Oh.
What happens if you're last?
Productivity level, least productive table will be disciplined.
Jesus Christ. Jesus.
Hands away.
Yep, I mean, I say welcome to the next 6 years of your life. I'm fairly confident it won't be the next 6 years of your life. And
What about the money I've moved already?
what is this girl gonna do? Is she gonna report on her mum at some point?
Explain it.
How is he getting out of this? He's communicating with someone in the reflection, right? Or someone across. There's people fighting back, or at least looking out for each other here, right?
What does he mean? What is public order?
It's an awfully big box, isn't it? I'm at great risk of ingesting too much of this nourishing Chandrillan hospitality.
These people are nauseating.
And food?
The tube. You can get as much as you want. They like us healthy and fueled. Don't worry. They doubled everyone's number last month. PORD.
Fuck.
He never heard of it.
Told you.
The Public Order Decree.
Yep.
The resentencing slaughtered a garrison.
That's not what he said.
They burned it down.
Does it matter? We're the ones get punished.
But this guy never heard of it.
Fuck.
Hey,
You're in till they don't want you anymore.
Enough.
Get straight with that.
Mouse
Anyone who
Street!
thinks they're getting out now is dreaming. Those days are over.
Jesus Christ.
I said that's enough.
He doesn't want him getting in someone's head and demoralizing them, because if you're demoralized, you won't work as hard. Yep. The Empire has to be stopped.
Have you seen Tay?
No, he left. He said he had an early morning.
Is he gonna think she's having an affair with Tay, or is he gonna suspect that, like, worse? They know exactly how to motivate you. You don't want to get punished, you want to try and get the good thing. You have literally no other option but to work as fucking hard as you can.
Your breathing sounds
I'm
weak.
glad she's looking out for her.
You got dizzy again.
They must have a warm room somewhere.
They've tried. Just made her wishes clear.
Yeah. She's trying to find him too? Okay, they found each other, that's nice.
What's the alternative?
Haven't we been apart long enough?
It's not about us.
Maybe sometimes it should be.
It's urgent.
Oh no. Does that mean they're monitoring if anyone contacts the rebellion, aren't they? Fuck. Don't do this. I know why you want to.
Knowing is out there, knowing me. Not knowing what he knows.
I just need you to wake up. There's a lot to do.
Things are rapidly accelerating at this point. Where's her next move? Oh god, who is this? Someone that's given up? Do people stand on the floor until they die? What else would you do? Or are you going to try and run?
What's going on?
It's Pack's yard. I'm not sure they're all over it.
Oh, her signal she sent.
You okay?
Just blaming herself, because it's not her fault, it's the Empire's fault, but it's kind of her fault. Oh god. Do they want her because they figured out she's the one that sent the signal? Or do they want, like, did he talk when they tortured him, the guy? Or do they want her because of her connection with Andor, because she was, like, the whole, like, intervening, he was running towards them when they were chasing him? Or did the guy that took him to the place they tortured him and he was like, oh, the person that sent the signal was Bix?
I work alone.
That's what I'm trying to change.
I'm not going to put my people at risk.
No one's gonna get anywhere if we work by ourselves. He's not a particularly good team player though, is he?
Lost.
If we cling to the past
What are you?
and our divisions there, we're never gonna defeat the Empire.
I'm the one who says we'll die with nothing. If we don't put aside our petty differences.
Petty.
Differences from the
I'm the
past.
only one.
Oh dear.
Quickly.
You two, with me.
Now!
All part of the games they play. Jesus Christ. Okay, so the prison he's at is horrific. It's so weird because in some ways you're almost like they're being they're not being tortured constantly, but then they also are being tortured constantly. The whole concept of this system of he doesn't give you time. I mean, I suppose the 12 hours in your cell gives you time to think, but when you're there, you basically just don't want to be tortured tomorrow. So you're going to work as freaking hard as you can to try and make sure that you are not the one that gets tortured that day. And it's also going to stop kind of, I suppose, any real solidarity forming because you're always hoping the table down there, they're going to fuck up tomorrow and we're not going to get fried, they are. Like, it's a very mind-gamey scenario. The most interesting part was the hand signals through the tube. Now, was that just someone that knew the guy over there? And so he was like, hey, brother, I'm still alive. Are you, like, it could just be, like, family, like, friends just keeping in touch, being like, we're separated, but, like, we still have each other. Or it could be some kind of resistance. I genuinely do not know how Cassian is going to escape. Right now, my, like, main theory is that potentially if there is already an ongoing resistance escape attempty thing happening at the prison, he could end up joining that and escaping. Or the rebellion is going to come and find him. I mean, we know they're looking for him. If Vel is somehow able to track that he took on another identity and went to this place, and then like you can find his arrest record, they'll figure out where he is. But that is a lot of, I don't know how they would get to that place to rescue him. And even then, I think they'd only rescue him in case he was to try and make a deal and like, I can tell you're a rebellion person to get out of this or something. Because they're very much treating him like a loose thread. I don't know what they would necessarily do with him. So his fate is very, very dire right now. Like I said, I do not know how the frick he's getting out of this. Then we have old Mr. Cyril Khan, who is just pathetic and ego-driven and prideful, and I don't really want to waste my time with him. I'm glad they told him where to go, but I'm worried because he's not going to give up on his vengeance quest. That is definitely not something that is going to happen. Very, very worried about Bix. The fact that they took her, we know they already tortured the other guy. I was kind of slightly hoping that they were just taking her in because they knew that they'd like almost arrested her the day that they initially were going after Cassian. But I was convinced it was going to be because they tortured the other dude, and it was very stressed for her because I also don't think she knows anything. Yes, she has met Griffin. I can't remember what his name is when he's a Coruscant dude. She's met him, she knows him, but she doesn't have any real information. She doesn't know he's from Coruscant, I don't think. I mean, maybe she knows more than we know, but she just has that code that they're not working anymore, so she doesn't have anything to tell them, which is very, like, you know, even if she were to like break and try and get them to stop hurting her, like, she doesn't know anything, so I'm freaking stressed about that. And I love how much she and the dude care about Cassian and his mother and want to try and get this family together before she dies. His dying mother would definitely be something they would try and use to get Cassian back if they did want him, but I don't know how much Dedra, or whatever her name is, actually thinks or cares about Cassian. Then the whole, I mean, I think this show is so interesting, and I think the part of the reason it moves so slowly is because and I don't necessarily hate that it moves slowly, it's just it moves at its own pace, is that there are so many different plots that they're all giving time to breathe and slowly building. And so kind of if we had an entire episode dedicated to Mon Mothma's plotline, we would rattle through it far quicker, but because it's spread so thin throughout, she is playing a very dangerous game. We kind of already know her end game, so it's interesting to see this piece of it. On the whole, I'm really loving the show. I've no idea where it's going next, but I'm enjoying the ride. Reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and thank you so much for watching.